and welcome to New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle. We are in the month of March. 2023 is running along. It's not just moving along, but it's running along. And we have to run with it. You don't pick up your boots and start running, you're going to be left behind, right? But we don't want to be left behind. And this month, we are celebrating women. Yes, New Beginnings podcast is celebrating women along with everybody else in the world. This is the month for us ladies to showcase who we are, what we do, and how we help the world keep moving. Yes? All right. So as always, I love to start with my affirmations. And today it's going to be the same. We are going to affirm, I am open-minded. I am open-minded to deeper healing. I am open-minded to deeper learning. I am open-minded to be transformed. Behold, I am open-minded to be made new. Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Yes, let's believe it.
Yes.
This month, we want to continue being the strong ladies we are and the strong women we are by healing ourselves, learning, becoming transformed, and becoming new persons. Yeah. So here at New Beginnings Podcast, the month of March, we're kicking it off with March 17th and 18th. I said the wrong dates, didn't I? March 18th and 19th.
There you go.
March 18th and 19th. Whatever you're doing between 11 and about 1:30, 2 o'clock, you might even go on a little longer. Whatever you're doing around that time, we would love for you to take the time to join us on a journey in which you have already begun. That is, lead with her. Who's the her? You. Yeah. You have been leading all this time, and we want to celebrate you by making sure you understand that you are a leader. So we have a special online conference, webinar, workshop on the 18th and 19th of March between 11:30
11.
Hello. Look, give yourself between 11 and 3. Give yourself that opportunity to come learn about yourself a little bit more. Motivate yourself to be the person you are and continue helping others with your gifts. So here I have today some beautiful ladies that will be leading in this conference of Lead with Her. Coach Treese, she is the person who actually kind of came up with this idea that we should have a conference to help others like ourselves, like-minded ladies, to motivate us to move forward boldly with our gifts. So welcome on board, Treese, to this podcast, New Beginnings Podcast.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you so much. Love your energy, love your vibes. Thank you for really hosting us here on this platform today so that we can have this conversation.
Yes. I also have with me the beautiful Miss Juliet. Now, I'm not calling anybody by their last name because I have a tendency to butcher people's name. So I would do the name that I could see and understand. Miss Juliet. Hello and welcome to New Beginnings podcast.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's a pleasure to be here. And
Yes,
it's Juliet Creary.
good.
There
You
you
keep
go.
calling that name because I'm gonna butcher that for sure.
That's okay.
And the other young lady that you see on board here today is Miss Jamelia. Jamelia, you see?
Mm.
Hi, Miss Jamelia.
Hi, good evening, Alafia. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay, good. Now, we all are here today to give you a little snippet, a little bit of what it is Lead with Her conference is going to be about. All right. So, I'm going to hear from the first two ladies, that is Treese and Miss Juliet, to allow us to understand a little bit of what they will be sharing during this conference, Lead with Her. So, Treese, tell us a little bit of who are you?
Oh, I'm multifaceted. So my name is Latrice, and I'm a health and a wellness life coach, and I help women visionaries and busy moms to really realign and reconnect with life, with health, with fitness, with wellness. As a life coach, I just help you to transition through the transformation which requires us to heal, and just working with the foundation of that and helping you to build yourself back up.
All right. So, what brought you to this point of wanting to coach others towards wellness?
Well, it was all through my own journey in itself, just going through the process of burnout, having to really reset and replenish the mind, body, spirit, and just reconnect with just healing naturally. And during that process, I was, on a journey of research and finding and seeking to find a better way,
Right.
and it was a lot of work for me. It was the information wasn't always accessible. You had to go through different sources. So my thing is, I gathered the information, and just to help others moving forward, that that their journey can be easier. They don't have to go through the different tunnels, the different
Right.
resources to find. So it's a one-stop shop where I'm able to help others and just pay it forward, because I didn't do it alone.
Right. Right. And I'm glad you mentioned the opportunity for you to put together resources so others can find it in one place, because
Absolutely.
sometimes we have this problem of having to locate information and we can't find it, and we can't find the right information to help ourselves. So this is really important that you took the time to be able to figure out what is right for me and using yourself as an example. So thank you so much for becoming a life coach, because that is important for all of us out there who need help.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And Miss Juliet. So
Mhm.
I got this really pretty picture of you, right? For everybody to see. If you could see that. This really pretty picture of Miss Juliet. And it's all about her book, Seven Life Lessons Leading to Your Purpose. Now, ladies, listen, people, whoever come into this conference, you're going to get lots of gems, because these ladies have an idea of what they're doing. Okay? Miss Juliet,
Mhm.
tell me, who are you first?
Okay. Well, many hats as
Yes.
most women, we wear
Yep.
many hats, but I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother,
Mm.
and I'm a registered nurse by profession,
Okay.
pri- primarily in the area of long-term care. So I've been a nurse for almost 40 years with the last 20 as the director of nursing of various nursing homes across the GTA. And outside of that, I like to refer to myself as a women empowerment specialist.
Okay.
And I say that because I'm really about supporting women to be their best selves, providing them with a platform, an opportunity to share their stories. I
Yeah.
have a women's organization called My Sisters Are Stories. And that platform is, as I mentioned, for women to have a platform to share, an opportunity to share their stories of success despite adversities. Because we all have a story, but often there's not an opportunity to share, and or sometimes we don't know that it's important to share, particularly in our culture, in our background. You know, we keep all our business inside. We're actually taught
And
that, right? And but when you keep things inside, all bottled up, you that can manifest itself physically. So
yes.
you can be physically ill, mentally ill as a result of keeping all that inside. So that's why I decided to have this platform for women to,
Yes.
to share their stories. And as it pertains to my book, of course, I've got my book, 7 Life Lessons Leading to Your Purpose. Um, I always knew that I wanted to work with women, but I feel that my life is always, when you search for your purpose and you're not sure, but there's so many hints and so many um, things that are in your life that direct you in that way, but you need to be open to be able to see it. And so for my book, it's really, um, it's my story. It's an immigrant story, and each chapter is a lesson, and at the end of each chapter there's a call to action for the reader to do some self-reflection and in their own lives as to that particular lesson and how it may apply to them. So that's really what I'm about, and that's really what my book is about.
Good, good. Oh wow. I look forward to this conference because we're gonna learn a lot of information. I already see it and I feel it already. Jamelia, I'm gonna ask you to share a little bit of your story
Okay, well,
with
thank
us.
you so much. Hello everyone again. My name is Jamelia, and for those who don't know, I'm a spiritual teacher. I don't really necessarily giving labels or names, but for me, my story is coming into finding myself, finding my inner strength, and I found that through connecting with my higher spiritual self, connecting to Source, God, but also connecting with my ancestors. So the spiritual path that I've been on as a teacher, but also as a healer, tapping into my own gifts, knowing what my purpose is, and providing that same space for women. So I help women heal through their own internal wounds and tap into their divine feminine self. And I do that through African spiritual practices and traditions. And I have a program that I've just recently relaunched, and we go through those not seven, but various steps in order to find purpose in our life and connecting with our higher power and our higher source.
Oh, this is something so good. I love it. I love it because um this is going to allow a lot of people to understand who they really are. We're going to find out what's our source of being. We're going to find out finding our purpose. We're going to find out how to heal ourselves through well-being and wellness. Find out what's going on with you. And I'm going to add a little bit to that too. I'm in the same realm of healing, but I wear many hats as well. But for you guys, I am going to share how functional nutrition can help us mentally as well as physically. And if you're listening, you need to understand that each aspect that is going to be shared during this conference is going to help you mindset wise, physically, yes, emotionally, spiritually. So I really hope you join us because I'm excited to learn from this conference as well, to be able to tap in into my resources which God gave me to be able to share with you, the audience, you the teachers, because we all going to learn from each other at the end of the day when we're finished with this conference. And I really do hope a lot of people glean from the things, the messages that we are trying to share with others. Yeah. So I would love if it is, Treese, give me an idea of at least one aspect of wellness that you are going to touch on at the
Uh,
conference.
Well, one of the main thing about this wellness talk is that, as you already see, we have phenomenal people, um, magical, powerful people with strong gifts that are going to show up there. And when I think about a word to describe what the result that you will be getting is awakening of inner peace. Right. We're going to be awakening our inner peace, just by, having these discussions, giving us that place and that platform to, to work within these sorry, I just saw something convincing. Work within this environment, providing the information and the knowledge for our community. One of the things that
Yes.
we challenge with so majorly in this world, depression, is the anxiety, is the things that are causing the dis-ease in our body. So coming here, we are going to help you with just, give you different thought process, different perspectives on how
Yes.
to just, handle these purpose challenges on a day to day. We have come a long way to be here, to get enough confidence to display our gifts and our talents. We have beautiful stories within us that we are now sharing with this community, with each other's community, and just with the world, and just have a purpose and a passion to impact and touch the souls of many. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited. I'm praying that everybody else is excited, sharing it with their communities, getting the word out, and just ready to embark this shift in the month of March, Women Empowerment March, Women International Empowerment March, and just let's take this walk together.
Yes. Miss Juliet, I want you to share with me, what do you define finding your purpose as? Just give them a little bit of what that means to you.
You know, I would say, to me, in my own experience, because what I plan to do is share my story, and certainly there's power in our stories. And one of the main things about finding your purpose is to listen to that voice inside, because we all hear that voice is there, but we all don't necessarily listen to it. And I mean, sometimes it's a still voice, sometimes it's a nudge, sometimes it's an out loud scream, right?
Right.
But and when I say out loud scream, for myself, I went through a life threatening illness, and it was within that time that I sort of got my wake up call, for lack of a better word. And you know, it was always there, but unfortunately sometimes it's these certain situations that
Mhm.
bring it out. So I would say purpose really is to, there's something within each of us. We're all born with um a purpose, a reason for being here, something that God has planted within us, that we are to use to serve the world, that we are to give to the world, that only us can bring to the world. because of our uniqueness, right? And so a part of your purpose is really to recognize that calling, for lack of a better word, recognize that yearning within you that pulls you to want to serve in a particular way. And that yearning and that pulling is your purpose, right? And so it's to be able to recognize it
Yeah.
and move into it, and don't be afraid of it, because
Yes.
often the thing that stops people from stepping into where they should be stepping is fear. So it's just to recognize, you know what, we're all afraid, but do it anyways.
Yes, yes, so deep, so deep. If you really need to do something, you just gotta step into your purpose. Yes, I love that. Oh, and we're gonna go deeper in that at the conference,
Yes,
understanding what your purpose is about. Yes.
because one of the main thing, especially for myself,
Mhm.
um, I'm a Christian, a person of faith, and so for me, um, sometimes God always speaks to us, but sometimes we don't listen, right? And so my experience really, I think, not just open my eyes, but open the eyes of others to show that, you know what? Sometimes if you're not on the path that you need to be, circumstances, if you don't know, like one of my main thing is be still, right?
Ah,
And I didn't know what it was to be still. And when you need to be still and you don't know how to be still, guess what? Sometimes God will make you be
God will
still.
put you down.
And
Yes.
God will put you down. And it's in that time that you all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, and then that inner reflection and that change will come about. So
I like that because that's gonna segue me into speaking to Jamila. What do you consider be still to be?
Hmm,
How can one be still?
one can be still by going within and, like Juliet said, really trusting that inner voice. And that takes trusting that inner voice and knowing that inner voice is yours. Sometimes we get confused, is this mine? Am I listening to other people? All these outside noises. But when we really, really sit within ourselves and we focus on what it is that we're hearing, what it is within our hearts, what it
Mhm.
is that's within our spirit, our soul, you start to, okay, this feels right. It's the energy. It feels right. You start to confirm certain things. And especially when you have that relationship with God, source, divine spirit, whatever it is that
Yeah.
you connect with, that is when things start to happen. The shift starts to when the shift will happen and you finally realize you're able to surrender and give over all control over to that divine source. I myself work alongside God, but also with my ancestors. And my ancestors are the rolling thunder. They're my guides. They're my warriors. They're my healers as well. So I stray towards my spirituality, and I look towards them for guidance as well, and understand that they are as well here help assisting through my through my journey. So being
Yeah.
still is being able to listen to the whispers in our ears, the messages that come through our dreams, the visions that come up when or the synchronicities of 222s, or oh, my mother, or the scent of your mother's perfume, the one that passed away, and you're like, oh, that feels so familiar. It feels like home. It feels safe.
Mhm.
It's really connecting with our ancestors and those that passed, but also the elders that are here as well, listening to certain teachers. But when you're being
Yes.
still, you're being quiet. You're listening to the sounds of the heart.
mhm,
Yes. And I would wrap that up to say, in terms of looking at it from a functional nutrition standpoint, understanding that your antecedents, which is your past, your genetics, what you've been doing before, what your family has been through, has a huge role to play in what's going on with you right now. And if
mhm,
you're mentally not stable, most of the times, when as a functional nutritionist, what I would do is look at your background, not just medical, but find out what was going on before in your family background. to understand what can be mentally blocking you from moving forward from being diabetic or moving forward from being depressed, and understanding how that relates to an unhealthy gut, and move forward. Teach people to understand that there are skills that you can implement to change that. Yeah. So listen, people, when you come to this conference, you're going to get a lot of information. You will have to have a notepad, because
Yes,
you get a notepad, have to write. Because I've been writing since I'm sitting down here, and this is just the podcast. Okay. You have to write, and you have to take in this information. You may have to sit down with this information for a while to really understand where we're coming from, with understanding you being a leader within and throughout. So, as we wrap up this segment, now we have other speakers, and we are going to do a podcast on the other speakers for you guys, so you can have an idea of what it is they are bringing to the table of Lead with Her conference. You can join this conference. Latrice, tell us how we could join this conference.
All right. So the Lead with Her Wellness Talk, that's happening March 18th and 19th at 11 a.m. sharp. Come early if you can, just to, fill the room. It's happening again online. So the way to register is go to Eventbrite, look for Lead with Her Wellness Talk. It should pop up, or you can absolutely go ahead and follow me on my Instagram at Becoming Trees, that's TRICE. And there's a link in that bio. The first link, I made it very accessible so that you can get to it. It's going to lead you right to that Eventbrite page, the form where you can fill in the registration so that we know that you are going to be in the room. I will then send you the community link where you can come into the community so that you can get the notifications when we're starting the updates and be a part of all the fun.
Yeah.
And or you can just send me a message and I will send you the link.
Yes. And we all would have this link on our Instagram or on our Facebook handle, or if you have LinkedIn, we're going to have it on there too, so that you can register for Lead with Her, the 18th and the 19th. I know you must be saying, that's lunchtime, 11. I'm going to eat. Or now coming from church. Listen, believe you me, it's best to come to church with us because you're going to learn something spiritually, emotionally, to help you move forward. I am sure, for sure, God will be in this place so that we can move forward strong and knowledge-wise, understand who we are in this opportunity at Lead with Her. So I want to thank you guys so much for being on here today and sharing your story, a little bit about yourself and what you will be bringing to the Lead with Her conference on the 18th and the 19th, starting at 11 a.m. And we are going to finish off with our affirmation again. I am open-minded to deeper healing. I am open-minded to deeper learning. I am open-minded to be transformed. Behold, I am open-minded and I am made new. Yeah?
Yes.
Yay! This has been New Beginnings Podcast, and we look forward to seeing you guys again. Come on to the Lead with Her conference on the 18th and the 19th of March. We look forward to seeing you there. We would have that link in the podcast so that you can register. We also would have that link in our Instagram handles so that you can join us. Yes. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Treese. Thank you so much, Jamila.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Juliet. I know she had to leave, but we are so happy that you were on New Beginnings podcast this evening. And we look forward to seeing you on the 18th and the 19th.
Thank you for having us. I
Thank you
appreciate
No
so
it.
much.
problem. Yes. God bless you guys. And we talk to everyone soon on New Beginnings podcast with Michelle. And this afternoon we had Latrice, we had Jamila, and Miss Juliet. Have a good day. Hello again, and we are continuing our interviews here with New Beginnings podcast. And we have our, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our fifth speaker that is going to be at the lead with her event on the 18th and 19th of March. So get Eventbrite link. We all have it in our Instagram handles or on our Facebook. Just click that link and get on there, register for this free event so you can gather as much gems as possible and learn so much from each and every one of us sharing information with you. Now, I am going to say my affirmation because I shared it with the other ladies and I want to share it here with Jasmine. This affirmation says, I am open minded to deeper healing. I am open minded to deeper learning. I am open minded to being transformed. Behold, I am open minded to being made new. This is the month of March, people and ladies. We celebrated you all. We celebrated all the women in our lives. And we want you to be made new. Come to this event. Lead with her because you are the ones that we are honoring and you are the ones we want you to be healed. We want you to learn. We want you to be transformed and we want you to become new. All right. So this is our other speaker, Jasmine Jackson. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah. So here at New Beginnings, we talk about well-being, how we enhance our well-being, and we are talking about the conference coming up. Yes, our online webinar that's coming up on the 18th and 19th of March. And Jasmine is also going to be one of the speakers or presenters there because she may be presenting via speaking or she may be presenting via dance. You never know
You
because
never know.
Jasmine is our movement queen. I will call her our movement queen. All right.
Mhm.
We all move, but this is what I know Jasmine for all
Yes.
movement. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jasmine.
Well, my name is Jasmine. If you follow me on Instagram, I always like, hey, stink. My name is Jasmine. I'm everyone's health and fitness
Yeah.
coach. I am a health and fitness coach. And I've been coaching now for a year and a half. But I've had my brand now for over 7 years. And
Uh-huh.
what my brand is all about is basically helping women transform their bodies from home. I was able to transform my body from home. I lost 75 pounds
All
from home
right.
without eating right, changing the way I ate and things like that. So now I've become everyone else's health advocate, and now I'm helping them do the same. So yes,
Yes. Great. So Jasmine has grown from being one individual to another. She was had the opportunity to transform herself, but she didn't just transform body. That's a great feat in itself, and you did such an amazing job. And you are continuing to do that, but you also continue to help others transform. And That's what's important to all of us.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
here to help everyone transform, not just body, but in the mind and
Yes.
soul. Yes. So
Yes. I love
tell
that.
them a little bit of what, just a little teeny bit. Let's just give the people a little tease about what you're going to do on that conference webinar we're having on the 18th and 19th.
So the conference, I'll be really speaking about the importance of just fitness, like health, health and fitness, and just
Yes.
how the two combine together, especially when in terms to your mental health and other things, and just how to basically incorporate health and fitness into your day-to-day regimen, whether you are busy. Because I know for me, when I was on my weight loss journey, I was working 7 days a week doing this with two
Right.
jobs. So it's important for me to really help other women try to stay calm throughout all the chaos. You know, we have our own lives, you know, but again, with life being life, things are always going on outside. So my job as your health and fitness coach is to help, you know, help kind of structure it, that help you structure it down, and that's what I had to do within my journey. So that's what I want to speak about. And again, we made, you know, my workouts is pretty fun, so we
Mm-hmm.
may not get a workout in, but you're going to have to come in order to see whether or not you'll get a, you know, a nice boost of
Yes.
the Jasmine experience. But again, we'll be talking about health and fitness and how it just improves your day-to-day life. You know, this, you know, like Michelle spoke about this this conference, whatever you may want to call it, but this major virtual event is just about your well-being, your mental health, and just how fitness, wellness, and everything combines it together. So that's where my part comes in with the health and fitness part, to kind of help structure it down, and how health and fitness can better your life and improve your mental health.
Yes. Yes. So mental health is the main focus here, ladies and gentlemen. But for us to even impact just a little bit of our mental health, there are so many outside factors
Mhm.
as well as internal factors that we have to change to ensure that our mental health is healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know that you're going to talk a little bit more on as well as about spirituality and how that
hmm,
affects our mental health. So we're not telling them too much, but we just want them to know a little bit of what it is we are sharing with you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, men, you can benefit from this webinar as well. So you all
yes, we
come
can.
on board and listen in and chime in, ask questions, because we need everyone healthy. All of us need to be healthy. Yes.
Yes, and not just physically healthy, emotionally healthy, and spiritually healthy. And what I'm really loving about this event, I'm really into numbers, so that's where the spirituality will come out for me. Like, this is just a snippet of what we're gonna talk about. But for me, you know, I'm really into numbers, and I love how numbers has always spoke to me. And with this year being the year of the seven, a lot of people are gonna want to really get more in tune with themselves. They're gonna want to really dig deep, be alone, and dig deep within themselves and figure out how to get more closer to whoever they need, believe in. So
Right.
this is about that. And so with that too, a lot of people want to get their health together too. So we're gonna be tying all those things together again, because being spiritually healthy, this is important as being physically healthy. Being physically healthy,
Yes.
this is important to being emotionally healthy. And you have to go through these journeys. And with this event too, we'll be sharing our experiences too, because it's not like because we got here, we've always had it together. Because baby, you know, it's been a journey trying to get from A to B. Is that transition is not always the easiest. It takes you have to have a mental breakdown, be like, okay, I lost it. I gotta bring
Mm.
it back. And so with all these other, you know, well-known speakers that we're going to have, they're going to allow you all of us, because we'll be able to learn from each other, bring it all together and give different techniques on how to, bring yourself up when you're feeling down, how to cope with things when certain things come your way. Again, how to stay calm throughout all the chaos, because there's so much chaos going on in the world alone. Just not even including our own lives, but just
Right.
outside world. And so with social media being such a big thing now, it's important that you have, your spiritual health on one, because we use our phones and the internet for everything. So it's like, even if we don't really want to be on the internet, it's like kind of we have to, especially if we are business owners, because we got to create content. We got to give you guys value. So it's important that we still keep saying, throughout the whole process. So this is another thing of what this event is all about.
Yes, and this affirmation, I want you all to keep it because it's going to be straight true. It runs through the whole event on the 18th and the 19th. I am open-minded to deeper healing. I am open-minded to deeper learning. I am open-minded to being transformed. Behold, I am open-minded to being made new. This is really a good affirmation that I want you to um, memorize it, because during this webinar, based on the information being shared, you are going to be healed. You are going to learn a lot of information. You also are going to be transformed. I really, truly believe you would be transformed and made new. Just come with that mindset of wanting to learn. Yes. Yes. So we are really happy that we're gonna have this program. Lead with her. It's the 18th and 19th. You're gonna find a link to be able to register via any one of our IG handles or Facebook. We will put that link up every day if we can for you to get involved, get to register so you could learn, share it with others. We want you to share it with others so that everyone you meet can learn about leading with her, because you matter. Yes.
Yes. And make sure you bring, matter of fact, while we're on the subject of affirmations, make sure you bring your journal. Get you a journal
Oh,
for
yes.
that. Bring you some paper and a pen, okay?
Oh,
So that
yes.
when someone spits out affirmations or spits out some information that you may see as value, you have it already. And it's amazing that Michelle, we've spoke on affirmations, because I'm really huge on affirmations myself. I got a page that I write every day. I write my affirmations every day. So it's important that I am yourself. You affirm yourself of how healthy you are, whether you are at the state that you want to be, regardless, or whether though you are at the body shape or body type you want to be. So make sure
Right.
you affirm yourself through this journey. So not just memorize it, but meditate on it, sit with it. You know what I'm saying? Sit with these affirmations that she's telling you, and you'll get a lot more on the event as well. But make sure you sit with these things. And now from this point on to the 18th and the 19th, figure out how you can affirm yourself if you don't typically affirm yourself. Figure out how
Yes.
you can. Figure out ways where you can affirm yourself. Okay, even if it's something simple as I am healthy, I am beautiful, I am
Yes.
worth it, I am valuable. Keep that I ams in it. I am rich. I am rich of life. I am rich of health. Keep those affirmations and keep that I am on you. So not just bring yourself, but bring some pen and paper. Okay.
Yes, yes, we already given you all tips to start off. You didn't even reach the conference yet, and you already have tips. So please, we look forward to sharing with you all the information that we have learned and we are willing to share, because we want you to be better. If all of us better, guess what? We are going to make this place a better place to live in.
Mhm.
Yes. So
Mhm.
we are really, really excited to share with everyone all the things that we've been learning and taking part in for many years. There is one other person that we're going to have at this conference webinar. And guess what? It's going to be a guy. So listen, guys, y'all better connect with us and get the information that is necessary for you to also upgrade and get to live better and feel better. This young man, his name is Ben, and he is also going to share with us how to be better. He loves to encourage people from different communities, whether you're in wherever you are, to the worldwide. He loves to share with others ways to be kind, yes, to one another. And that's something that we all want when it comes to knowing what it is we want to do. If we can learn to enhance our well-being through the community in which we're in, then we have this opportunity to be better because you're comfortable in your community now. Yes. So well-being is not just individualistic. It is also having relationship with others in a community. Yes. Yes. So I want you to understand you matter to us. And this is why we're having this event, so that you are able to learn from each one of us, and we will learn from you. That any of the questions that you may have for us, to share and give you more tips to go through and get as much information as possible. So as Jasmine said, walk with that journal, walk with that pen and paper, so you can get information to help you and others. As well as we all have some special things gonna happen at this conference, all right? So you are going to have maybe a gift or two that we might give away. It's all about helping you, okay? So this has been New Beginnings podcast with Michelle, and right now we have Jasmine, and you are going to meet Ben. And we are so excited to see you on the 18th and 19th of March between the hours of 11 and 3. I'm putting it there because we might go over a little bit. They say 2:30, but we might go over a little bit because there's information to share. And if you want the information, we're giving it to you guys. Yes? So we are so happy and excited to have this conference and webinar with you guys. So you're going to meet Miss Juliet again. You're going to meet Treese, Miss Jamila, Jasmine, Ben, and myself. We are coming to share with you guys ways to enhance your well-being, whether it's spiritually, finding your purpose, relationships, environment, yes, environment, as well as community. Okay, so come on by. We look forward to seeing you. We look forward to helping you. And we are so happy to have this event on the 18th and 19th of March between 11 and 3. And I'm going to say my affirmation one more time so we can end this. I am open-minded to deeper healing. I am open-minded to deeper learning. I am open-minded to be transformed or being transformed. Behold, I am open-minded to being made new. Thank you guys so much for listening in at New Beginnings podcast. We look forward to seeing you guys soon on the 18th and 19th. Can't wait to have this time. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for coming on here and sharing your snippet of what's going to happen. Get ready to move, people. That's all I have to say. Get ready to move.
Thank you for having me. And guys, the event is Eastern Standard Time, okay? It's Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Eastern
All right.
So again, thank you for having me, Michelle, on your show. I appreciate it so much. I'm so excited.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jasmine.
Thank you.
God bless, and we see you soon. Yes. 5